What's up guys, it's Lightsprout here, and today I'm going to be making a video that's kind of new to this channel. So I think what the popular term that people are using for these kind of videos is like story time, but I kind of hate to use that because a lot of people associate story time with just like fake, completely over the top stories about this, that, and the other. But I don't really know what else to call it because I'm basically just going to be telling you guys a story of something that happened to me that I thought would be kind of interesting to share. So in the background, I'm just going to be doing some Giant Speed 10 runs just so you're looking at something that's not a blank screen or just a face cam or something, because I think it's a little more entertaining, at least for people that are watching this channel. I've built this channel around this game, so most of the people that are watching this are familiar with the game. To start off the story, I think I should give a little bit of background information. So I'm 17, I'm still in high school. I'm actually a senior in high school this year, and this event I'm going to be talking about happened at the very end of summer, so right in between junior and senior year. My friends and I go to a pretty small high school in a about average sized city, and we have our group of friends that's probably more or less like 10 kids. And out of the 10 kids, one of these kids doesn't live in the same city as us. He actually lives in a much bigger city, but it's about an hour away. So we don't typically go over to this guy's house, and he doesn't typically come over to our houses just because it takes an hour to go in between houses. But so one day this summer, we decided that we all wanted to go to his house, and we were going to take the train over. So it was about 6 guys that were on the train. So while we were on the train, it's about an hour car ride, but the train was probably like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes because we had to stop in like literally every single city along the way. So while we were on the train, we were kind of like planning and thinking of stuff to do once we actually got there. When we left, we were actually just planning on going to his house and then just hanging out there. So my friends were all looking on their social medias and seeing what's going on. So while one of them was on their Facebook page, they saw that there was an advertisement where one of the amusement parks in the city we're going to had like half price tickets or something because it was a Friday night. So that sounded kind of fun. The amusement park isn't like a super cool amusement park, but we still thought it might be fun because none of us had been there in probably around a year or so. I hadn't personally been there in like 3 or 4 years. So once we got into the city and met our friend at the train station, we kind of decided that we were going to go to this amusement park. So on our drive from the train station to the amusement park, we drove by a Party City kind of thing. It wasn't a Party City, but it was similar to a Party City. So they sold like fireworks, and what the title of this video is, they sold smoke bombs. They sold like that kind of stuff, like mess around, like prank kind of stuff, I guess. So we wanted to go in there and check it out and just see if there's anything that we could buy in there that might be kind of funny. So we're looking around in there for a little bit, just seeing what they had. And as you could maybe have guessed, what we bought was smoke bombs. So these smoke bombs were pretty like legit smoke bombs. They weren't like the little ones that you throw and they kind of just make like a little like spark and that's it. Like these smoke bombs, it made like a pretty nice little cloud. But so anyways, there are pretty big smoke bombs, big enough to where if you threw one next to a car, you couldn't really see the car. Like the whole car would get like consumed by the smoke for a couple seconds. So we bought a pack of these. It probably had like 5 or 10 or something in there. It had a handful of smoke bombs in it. And after we got the smoke bombs, we went ahead and went to the amusement park and did our thing there. We did the rides that we cared to do and mess around and all that stuff. But so on the way out is when it started to get a little more interesting actually. On our way out, we were leaving as this place is closing, and we have the smoke bombs with us. So we thought that it would be pretty funny if while we're leaving, we made like a cloud of smoke that we left through like after we're leaving. There's no real purpose behind this. It was just for fun, and we thought it would just kind of like bug people and be funny. But so we threw down like 2 or 3 of them. But anyways, it covered up like the whole entrance and exit of this place. It had the same entrance and exit. But so we looked pretty cool walking out of there through a cloud of smoke. And we ended up leaving, and we went to go get some hot wings somewhere. But when we came back to our car after we had eaten, we saw that there was police there. So we walk up to the car thinking that it's probably not us. It's probably like the people parked next to us or something. Or if it is us, it's because the driver probably parked bad or something. Probably nothing serious. But we had actually gotten in trouble for throwing the smoke bombs because someone had seen us throw them, and then they'd caught our license plate number and turned us in. So I was actually really surprised that the police bothered to chase us down to where we ate. It was just across the street, really. It wasn't really that far away, but it seems like something like smoke bombs would be something they just like say like deal with it and leave. But they actually did come after us to give us a warning or something. So this warning that they like waited to give us took them like probably like 45 minutes because we went in, ate, and then left. So it probably took us like 45 minutes to an hour. But anyways, the police tells us that it's illegal to do that because it's like a, I don't know what he called it, like disturbing the public or something. And it's, you're not allowed to throw smoke bombs in public areas without like authorization to or something. And I think it was just because of the fact that these were like pretty like big ones. They weren't like the little tiny ones. Like if we got little like sparkler ones, then I don't think they would have been bothered with it. But anyways, they had came over, and it wasn't really a big deal that they had came over, except for the fact that they noticed that there was like 7 guys in one car, because there was the 6 of us that drove down there, and then the one guy who was already down there that lived down there. And the guy that was driving didn't have a full license. He only has one of those licenses where you can drive like one friend with the car. But so that's when they were able to actually take a bunch of our time away, because this guy was technically driving illegally, and then they snagged him on it because they had to check his license. So when they find out he's driving illegally, luckily they didn't just like take the car or take his license from us. We were expecting that he was going to lose his license or have to like wait another 6 months before he can get his real one or something, but they actually like let us through, let us off easy. But anyways, we had to wait for his parents, who were out of town, to come and pick us up because none of us had a car in that city but him, and he wasn't allowed to drive because he didn't have the right license. So that was kind of annoying and kind of embarrassing that we had to wait for his parents to drive like 30 minutes into town so that they could pick us up and take us to his house because we wanted to throw smoke bombs at an amusement park. So after that, his parents actually ended up staying at the house because they didn't feel like driving back out to where they were. So that was kind of a bummer and kind of like killed the vibe of the night because it was supposed to be like a night without parents. And as 17-year-olds, it doesn't happen every night that you don't have any kind of like authority over you. So that was kind of a bummer. And the rest of the night kind of just went normal. There's nothing really funny or exciting that happened after that. But I think that's kind of all I've got to say for this story, guys. I know this wasn't the world's most like interesting story or anything, but it was something that I thought I would try out. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to tell me in the comments. Please do tell me if you want me to keep making more of these. If there's anything that I should change about these. Also, feel free to tell me if this story was just really boring, because I could see where it was. I thought it was pretty funny in the moment, but I could see where it's not really that funny to listen to. But yeah, guys, that's really all I have for today. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.